Well, I'm Tim Wilde, and tonight, for the very first time, I watched A Nightmare on Elm Street, the original Wes Craven classic. And real quick, these are my thoughts. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. It was dumb. It was really dumb. I had very little exposure to Freddy Krueger. I remember how cool when I was a kid in the 80s, how awesome it was when you can buy at Halloween time the claws and everything, the glove. And I remember having several versions of those as a kid between me and my brother. And I was like, oh, that's so awesome. And he's such a cool, iconic Halloween-y horror movie character. And as iconic as he is, it was dumb. I know that there's a long legacy of terrible movies that everyone thinks are charming because he gets so goofy and ridiculous the further it goes. I thought that the first one was like a little more real, and like it kind of leans into the cheesy stuff like later on, and then that's what the fans enjoyed. But no, it started off that way. He's clumsy, he's stupid, he's not very scary. I'm not looking at this as like a modern day audience eye. I'm looking at this as like, even at the time, I didn't like, the music was goofy. Like, it played weird, goofy, upbeat music like during scary sequences, like my music. Well, my music, this music, it's not my music, is even scarier than what was in the film. It was just, it's all boom, 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 boom. It's just dumb. What's his deal? Like, I don't understand the rules. You have to have some rules for it to make sense, okay? Halloween. Michael Myers is this super strong, just purely evil like guy, but he's a guy. He's not like a supernatural thing. Forget the third movie, which had nothing to do with him, but like all this weird stuff. But he's just like a big psychotic guy, and the psychosis of his evil brain and his being dead to everything is what was interesting. And that's why I like the Rob Zombie version. It's because it kind of brought a little more background into why he was as bad as he was. It was a lot of environmental situations that led into that, but not Freddy Krueger. It doesn't make sense. Jason, you watch a Jason movie and he's like, there's like a demonic kind of presence, but like at least he has rules. You run away from him, he can't get you, right? He's like undead, he's like unliving, but he's just this evil force that keeps going forward. Okay, I get that. What the hell is the deal with Freddy Krueger? It doesn't make sense. Okay, so you can't sleep? And how come only certain people can begin to be terrorized? And what was the deal with his mom? She had like experiences with him when she was a little girl. What, do you grow out of it? And like, what happens at the end? Spoilers. It was a really old movie. Why? She like says, I'm gonna go confront him. I'm gonna set these traps in the real world and go into my dream and then fight him. And he's gonna fall victim to these really stupid, not even Home Alone scale traps to get him hurt for her dad to capture him in the real world. Dad comes in and finds him aflamed on his wife in the bed. She dies, the bed turns back to normal, and then he leaves. So like, what, did he go in her dream? Was he not even there? So does everyone think she's crazy? No, it doesn't even cut to explain any of that. She closes the door and turns around and she's like, I don't believe in you, Freddy. I know your deal. You suck. You're just a pathetic loser, and I'm just awesome. I'm so much more mature, and I have my head wrapped all around this. I get it. You just suck, and it's like, if I don't believe in you, you have no power over me. And he's like, no, and he like disappears. Why? Like, what? You just have to like in your head determine that he's not really going to hurt you, and then he can't hurt you. Is he powerless? Is it like it, where it's like fear driven, like that's what he feeds on, is your fear? Is Nightmare on Elm Street just about this crazy guy with no origin, by the way? I thought there was the origin. It was like a janitor or something. I thought that was the whole thing. Was the first movie was about his death and him coming back against the kids that harass him. I thought that was the first movie. Apparently not. But yeah, so what? He just pretended he died, or was like powerless because she believed or didn't believe, or she was like, I've overcome this. I'm like more grown up now. And then she wakes up, and then it's like this Masters of the Universe reset where her life is normal. She goes outside, and then she gets in the car. The car has the Freddy Krueger colors, and mom's just like, bye! And then Freddy Krueger reaches in and pulls her mom. So what, was that a dream? Did he break out of the dream world? Is he like, well, she didn't fall for my gimmicks in the dream world, so I'm going to come out of the dream world into the real world and terrorize her, and then that's how he's going to start killing the mom through the door? What the hell? I don't understand this stuff. I don't get it. I'm glad Wes Craven, I understand why it was so cool and important that he kind of reset the scary movie genre in Scream. Because, I don't know. I like Halloween. I like Nightmare on Elm, or Friday the 13th. I like those movies. I haven't seen the original yet, but I can watch those and enjoy them for the fun thing that they are, but this wasn't fun. It was just annoying because it's like you gotta give me something to like have some bounds so I understand what the characters are doing within this world. This world is just cut for loose, just whatever. He just makes all the rules. He can just do whatever he wants if you're asleep. But apparently not only if you're not even asleep. That's why I had problems with The Ring and Grudge and movies like that, because they bust up their own rules and they don't make any sense. You have to have something. Anyway, that's it. Johnny Depp's first movie. I'm glad he could pack up and move on to 21 Jump Street because he didn't get a lot done on Elm Street. I wasn't hopefully, but whatever. He's a kid. First, his introductory role. And no one's going to doubt the performance skills of Johnny Depp, but I don't know. Other than it being cute that it was his first film, that's it. That's all this movie had. The makeup was okay, but they didn't even, like, I don't know. I'll say this. Okay, give it a little props before I cut this up. I'm not going to cut it before I wrap this up, I mean. The visuals and the cinematography and the prosthetic works of Freddy Krueger's things he was doing was really good looking, especially for the time. The one girl getting thrown around in the beginning where she was like tossed all over and like cut and then started bleeding every wall. She was like climbing or falling up the wall. Really great wire work that you couldn't see anything. Even though it's a weird shot of her in the tub, but the claw coming up out of the tub, like when she was just laying in there, like that was a really cool way that they did that angle as hand was all soaked and everything. That was pretty cool. The blood through the bed, upside down room obviously, but like that's a lot of blood. That was a lot of work to make that one shot, and it was very effective. Some of the other things that they did, really cool. Even the mom and him going through the bed was cool. Johnny Depp being sucked through the bed was cool. A lot of cool stuff like that, but the rest just a dumb furnace, and maybe I missed something. Maybe I'm gonna get harassed and rebuked for not getting it or missing something because it was hard to really focus because I didn't care. It was so disinteresting. But anyway, whatever. I don't understand it. I'll never watch another one. I might watch the new one, the remake one. Even though a lot of people said it wasn't that good, just to see if it's any better modernized, because I like the Rob Zombie version of Halloween. I didn't mind the new Friday the 13th. Let's see if the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street is any good, being a little more updated. Wes Craven's a genius. But other than that, in Johnny Depp's introductory role, this movie was dumb. Don't like it. Don't suggest it. And I was disappointed. I really thought the first one was going to be decent. I'd been holding off watching it for years until I could really sit down and appreciate it. And I didn't. So anyway, those are my wild thoughts on A Nightmare on Elm Street. Rest in peace, Wes Craven.